I've been helping software developers to move into Europe for the last 5 years. And during all this time, a lot of engineers, they reach me out looking for help to avail them to move to another country to become expats. And the funny enough, the sole reason I started this channel was to advertise my own AI company that started back then in 2019. And the sole idea was to highlight to software engineers what is the likability to be approved to get a visa, a working visa into European countries. And I know the landscape of the software engineering that has changed since like the pandemic. And today you have way more remote working, and there's a lot of ways for you to become a digital nomad as well. This probably is not for you if you're looking for this type of devices. For me, this is more a niche advice for those who really wanted to move from country A to country B. And they don't want much to become a digital nomad. Okay, so to explore that, I really wanted first to highlight my career path and what is the golden mean. So like, and I will explain this later what it is. So I'm gonna be very briefly on my career. So my career history. So I started actually coding in 2002, and in 2002 you didn't have much of these new technologies. You have most like Pascal, Delphi, and it was really fun times. It didn't have object oriented back then yet. And then in 2006 I joined college. So, and to be able to pay the bills of the college, I have to do it to work, sorry. And yeah, so private colleges, and the culture of college in Brazil is a little bit different because you have a lot of public colleges there, and the public colleges, they actually better than the private colleges. And I couldn't get into the public one, so I have to pay to actually do my study. So in 2010, I graduated, and I pretty much landed my big work back in Brazil in 2010, my big work in tech. And I stay on this big company. That was a company that has to deal with 8 million clients, and I have to do a lot of 24/7 work on there. So it was really interesting times. And I worked on this company until 2014 when I decided to resign and move to Ireland. So the reason I decided to move to Ireland was a bit different than you that's looking at this video right now. I moved to Ireland actually because I didn't know what to do. So I was kind of lost on my career. I felt that my career in tech has ended. And then when I came to Ireland in 2015, I discovered actually the tech market here was booming, and I really wanted to stay in Ireland because I really liked the country. And I decided to go back to the tech market, and I started applying for jobs again. So in 8 months, I landed a job. So I landed a job in a small company called IBM. It was actually, for me, it was a pretty big jump that I made from Brazil to IBM. And then I still working and living in Ireland until today. So yeah, I become an Irish citizen, and then I can move throughout Europe. But then in 2024, I have a different position right now. I'm a tech lead in a company, and I help another company as well, another startup. So this is briefly my career history. But my career history follows a golden mean, and I'm gonna explain what it is. So you're gonna see this everywhere, and this is not gonna be it can change in shape and form, but this is actually how your career in tech gonna looks like in the long run. So you're gonna start here working tech, and you're gonna become a junior developer or junior tester, a junior something. Okay, so you become a junior, and then you're gonna progress to a mid-level, usually to a mid-level, and then you're gonna become a senior engineer. Okay, so you're gonna become a senior engineer. Let's just move this a little bit here, and this a little bit here. And in between these levels here, you're gonna have like some levels as well, depending on the company. You know, like there is company they have junior 0, 1, 2, 3, mid-level 1, 2, 3, senior, and then you're gonna there is even companies that have like another level here. They call like technical levels, like a more specialist levels. And then from that you can follow a path for more management or a path or more technical level. So here is going to be architect, something like that. Here is going to be a product manager or something like that. Okay, so this is the golden mean, right? The golden mean, I call it golden mean, but other people call the rule of thumb of career path or something like that. So golden mean, sorry. And this is actually your progression throughout your career. So you're going here with junior, and then you're going to mid-level to senior, and then you can go mid-level senior to tech, and then you go and export to another path. And why I'm talking about this, and why I'm saying that this is something that's very overlooked for people who wants to move to another country. Because this career path is not going to look like this when you get a job in a different country, and I explain to you why. So we're going to copy all of this, right? And I go to paste this here. All right. So let's remove here. So let's say you were working in your country of origin, like until you were a mid-level, almost a senior, right? So you were working on the country A here, and you were pretty unhappy how your career was going on, and then you decide, okay, so I'm gonna try to get a job in another country. So when you apply and you go through the process of interviews and everything, you're gonna be hired by this company, and the company gonna look at you, and they're gonna make you a job offer. And pretty much, and this happens a lot, and I tell you that's happened like 90% of the time that I talk with someone who went through the process to move a country A to country B, is that they're not going to offer you a job at the same level that you are today, a job position. They're going to offer you always something that's way lower than, not way lower, but a little bit lower than your actual job that you have today. So this happens a lot, and that comes for some reasons, all right? So one of the reasons that they do that is because even though you pass through the job interview, it's really hard to vet a software engineer who's in another country. I know that because it sounds like excuse, and most of the time they are, but I went through the process. I was in a hiring manager position once, and I have to vet a software engineer that was coming from India, and in India they speak English, but it was very hard to go through the process of vetting them to understand, to really know their experience and how they work in different companies on the country that they're coming from. Second reason that it makes it difficult for a hiring manager to make an offer based on your current level today is as well the learning curve of the process of the company, and even though the culture of the company, because you come into another country that has a little bit of a different culture on how they work and how the process work. Even though you have agile, I'm talking about the soft skills and the inner culture of the company. You have some learning curve there. And for example, if you move for a country, for Germany, for example, where you don't know German, and even though everyone knows English there, they will have some moments because people can speak German, and if you don't know German, it's going to be way harder for you. So that is the things that a hiring manager have to consider when they're hiring you. And the third motive as well that they don't give you as well this position is the visa bureaucracy. Most of the countries today, they have speed up the process of application of visas, but it still is a level of waiting a company has to have when they hire someone that's not from Europe, for example. And these actually force the company to wait for you a little bit more. So they're gonna spend a little bit more money on budget on this waiting, or they're gonna lose money because you're not working for them. So that's why usually they have this vision in mind, that because there is all of these difficulties on hiring you, they really wanted to put you in a lower level first, because there is a lot of stake here if you not perform well on the company. In comparison, if they offer you a job that is the same level that you should, or a higher level, and you get there and don't perform, and there is all of this motives that actually may make it hard for a company to actually hire you. So, and there is as well the rules of the visa too. So for example, here in Ireland, I believe that after you kind of like bound with the employee for 2 years when you hire them. And there is of course situations that you can let an employee go, but then it's very hard for you to hire another expat again. So all of these it gets into a consideration of someone to offering a job when you're coming from a different country. So what's going to happen here? So when you're going to go to country B here, when you go to country B here, what's going to happen is that you're not going to go into this position. You're going to become something more like this. I'm going to fix here, and then you're going to do this here. So what is happening then is that you basically is starting over again. You're going to be like lower mid to junior here, and then you have to go to junior, and then you have probably start to like as a junior level here, and then work your way out until to the next level. So your career path actually change a little bit, and you're adding another level of difficulty because you're moving to another culture. So that's basically what I wanted to talk today. And for me, the biggest advice and on this career path is to learn the companies that actually already work with expats. So this actually will help you on the job offer, because then they're not going to be undermining your expertise to actually offer you a lower level job. And as well, if you apply for companies before you move to that country, don't make the same mistake I did. The company is more likely they're not going to do that to you. They're going to actually offer you a position that you are more fit in, because they already are used to expats going to that country, to that company, and from the country that you come in. So that's pretty much it for today. That's what I wanted to explore to you, and I hope you guys like it. And yeah, let me know what you think. Leave a like, subscribe. I know that 80% of you is not subscribed to the channel, so please help me out in here. Thank you very much. And this is the PR review.